In the vastness of the Andromeda cluster, where countless species and empires vied for power, the fate of the planet Selvar hung by a thread. A brutal invasion by the Krethek swarm, a race of bioengineered predators, had left the once thriving world in ruins. The Xelvarians, a peaceful and technologically advanced race of crystalline beings, were utterly unprepared for war. Their desperate pleas for aid echoed across the stars, but the galaxy's major powers remained silent. They feared the swarm, unwilling to risk their fleets for a distant world. Hope dwindled with each passing hour. Selvar's gleaming spires lay shattered, and its people were being harvested like livestock. Just as despair threatened to consume them, a fleet of unfamiliar ships appeared on the horizon. They were crewed by galactic standards, bristling with weapons and scars from countless battles. The emblem emblazoned on their hulls was unmistakable, a defiant fist clutching a shattered chain. Humanity had arrived. The Xelvarians had heard of the humans before, though only in whispers and rumors. They were a relatively young species on the galactic stage, known more for their volatile tempers and stubborn defiance than for diplomacy or technological prowess. Many in the galactic community regarded them as reckless, even dangerous. But now, as the humans descended upon Zelvar, it was clear they were the only ones willing to answer the call for help. The lead ship, a massive dreadnought named Iron Resolve, opened a channel. On the main screen of the Xelvarian command bunker, the face of a human commander appeared. She was clad in battle-worn armor, her sharp features etched with determination. Her name was Commander Adrienne Voss. "This is Commander Voss of the Terran Coalition," she said, her voice cutting through the static. "We've heard your distress call. Don't worry, we'll handle this." "You'll handle this?" Elder Salith, the Xelvarian leader, asked in disbelief. Her crystalline form shimmered faintly, betraying her anxiety. "The Krethek swarm has devastated our defenses. What can your fleet possibly do against them?" Commander Voss's lips curved into a grim smile. "We're not like the others. Just sit tight and watch." The humans wasted no time. Their fleet moved with brutal efficiency, deploying waves of heavily armed strike ships and gunboats. The Xelvarians watched in awe as the humans engaged the swarm with an intensity bordering on fury. It wasn't just their tactics that stood out. It was their unrelenting aggression. Where other species might retreat in the face of overwhelming odds, the humans pressed forward, using every weapon in their arsenal. As the battle raged, the Xelvarians noticed something peculiar. The human ships were not merely fighting to survive. They were fighting as if they had a personal vendetta against the swarm. Reports from the front lines painted a vivid picture of human ground forces landing amidst the chaos, driving back the Krethek with sheer determination and ferocity. One such squad was led by Sergeant Elias Kane, a grizzled veteran whose reputation for ruthlessness had earned him the nickname The Storm. Kane's squad had been deployed to rescue a cluster of Xelvarian civilians trapped in a subterranean refuge. As they approached the shelter, Kane's voice crackled over the comms. "Listen up," he growled, his tone leaving no room for argument. "These bugs think they can take what they want. Let's show them what happens when they mess with humanity." The team's assault was swift and brutal. Using flamethrowers, railguns, and a host of improvised explosives, they carved a path through the swarm's forces. Kane himself led the charge, his armor smeared with the ichor of fallen Krethek. When they finally reached the refuge, they found dozens of Xelvarians huddled together, their crystalline bodies flickering with fear. "You're safe now," Kane said, extending a bloodied hand. Though hesitant, the Xelvarians accepted his help. As they emerged from the refuge, they saw human soldiers standing guard, their weapons trained on the horizon. Back in orbit, the Iron Resolve unleashed a devastating barrage of kinetic rounds and plasma torpedoes. Commander Voss coordinated the attack with surgical precision, exploiting every weakness in the Krethek's formation. When a swarm dreadnought attempted to flank the human fleet, Voss ordered her flagship to ram it head-on. The resulting explosion lit up the battlefield, a testament to humanity's willingness to risk everything for victory. By the end of the day, the tide had turned. The Krethek swarm, once thought unstoppable, began to retreat. Humanity's ferocity had broken their will to fight. When the last of the swarm ships vanished into the void, the Xelvarians emerged from their shelters to survey the battlefield. The humans were battered but victorious. Their ships bore the scars of battle, yet their crews stood tall, their defiance unbroken. Elder Salith approached Commander Voss as she disembarked from her dropship. "You saved us," Salith said, her voice trembling with gratitude. "But I must ask, why? Why would you risk so much for a people you've never met?" Voss looked at the crystalline elder, her expression unreadable. "Because we know what it's like to be left behind," she said quietly. "Our history is full of betrayals and struggles, but we've learned one thing. No one gets left to die, not on our watch." Salith nodded, her crystalline body glowing softly. "Your reputation does not do you justice, Commander. The galaxy called you angry, reckless. But now I see it as your anger that drives you to protect those who cannot protect themselves." Voss smirked. "Yeah, well, maybe being angry isn't so bad after all." As the humans prepared to depart, the Xelvarians pledged their eternal gratitude. They promised to share their advanced technology with humanity, strengthening the bond forged in the fires of battle. For the first time in their history, the Xelvarians realized that sometimes it wasn't diplomacy or advanced technology that saved the day. Sometimes all it took was a species stubborn enough and angry enough to stand up to the darkness. And so the galaxy began to whisper a new tale of the humans who, in their righteous fury, had come to the rescue when no one else dared. The so-called angry humans had become the unlikely heroes of Xelvar, proving that even the most volatile of species could shine brightest in the face of adversity.